What's up guys, C-Twan13 here, and I hope you can see that. This is my new inverter generator. It's a 1600 running watts, 2000 starting watts inverter generator, pure sine wave. Now this is made by a company called Amico Power. And you might say, well there son, did you get that one of them Chinese clones there? Well, yes and no, because obviously this is going to be made in China, but Amico Power is a company that's based in the US. It's actually based in Baldwin Park, California, and although it is going to be some variant of a Yamaha type clone, you can notice, I hope, from the box, it does not look like a Yamaha at all. They have taken a lot of time and effort to design a housing and a switchboard design and a characteristic for the exterior that looks nothing like a Yamaha. Whereas every other Chinese clone just looks like a Yamaha. This looks like its own unique product. And I know for a lot of you guys out there, you might not care at all what the generator looks like. But for me, it's a nice touch for sure. Now when I bought this on Amazon, there were only 2 reviews available, but they were both positive. And so I said, you know what, I'll take a chance. Even though it's not sold by Amazon, it was sold through Amazon. No prime shipping. It was 5 days, which was a long wait for me. Getting me excited to get this. But I figured if it sucked, I could return it. Well, here, guys, we're going to find out if it sucks. So first, I'm going to do the unboxing. And then I ordered an hour meter, too, to hook up directly so that I'll be able to keep track of the hours on this thing. But let's see what's in the box. There was another guy. Man, that was a bad deployment, guys. I'm a knife dude. What's going on? There we go. There was another video of a guy who bought one of these. It looked like one of these, but he bought it at Walmart under the brand name of Power It. Now, I'm guessing that it was just Walmart contacted these guys, and then they just sort of branded it. They removed the Amico branding, and then they just branded it whatever they want for in-store use. But from what I understand, Walmart doesn't sell it anymore. I've looked at that guy's video. Although he was very helpful, or somewhat helpful, let's be honest, it was not a very clear video, and it didn't really show anything. Alright, so I wanted to show the whole experience of buying this, the AIG2000, which is the this model right here. So it comes with a manual, which is very nice. It even has a little parts list thing. Here's your emission system warranty. So I believe the standard warranty for the generator itself is about, I think, a year, or maybe probably just a year. And then the warranty for the emissions, I think, is 2 years. Okay, so right on the top here, you've got your standard Yamaha style charging cables for 12 volt, which is it's good to have. I have another set of these as well that came with my Pulsar generator. You've got a standard Phillips screwdriver, which is not bad. It's got some rubber molding on the handle, but let's be real, guys. If you don't have a screwdriver, what are you doing with the generator? Okay, that's just my opinion. But okay, here you go. You've got your spark plug wrench and a T-handle here, which is, again, nice to have. I have a spark plug socket and, obviously a socket wrench and all that stuff, but nice to have in a pinch. And that's it for this. Here you have your oil funnel, which is always nice because, the reality is these generators with the casings that they're put in, it's really difficult to get to the oil fill. All right, with that out of the way, let's remove this top piece of foam. Very nicely packaged, I must add. It definitely wouldn't get damaged, unless it was seriously dropped. But through just the normal travels of shipping, I think it'll survive. So here is the generator. I want to be honest, guys, this is a lot bigger than I thought it'd be in person. But from what I understand, it's not any heavier than my Pulsar, which is a good thing. But it is bigger. So there it is. I want to give you guys some scale here. So I'm going to put my hand, which is small. Let's try to find something that you guys will be able to recognize here. I'll put a dollar bill. How's that? Everybody knows what a dollar looks like. So there's a dollar. It's right on top of the generator. Hopefully you guys can see that. But there it is. That's the size. I have small hands, but it's not heavy at all. It's about the shipping weight is 50 50 pounds. I think the product, as I read on the page, is about 47 pounds. So even though it's got a large cross-sectional area, it's not big, it's not heavy at all. So here we go. I'm gonna just go a brief overview of this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get off camera and install my hour meter, and then we'll go into the first start. But basically here you've got your spark plug port here, so you have easy access to that, which is very nice. And fuel cap right here. You've got your vent, fuel cap, and then again, a nice thing about this too, unlike a lot of the cheaper ones, it's got a fuel gauge right in here. But yeah, to do the oil changes, you're gonna have to remove this panel, which has got 2 screws and a bunch of pop connectors, from what I understand. And then of course here is your front panel. So again, nice to have on a generator is a dedicated fuel shutoff. And then everything else is standard. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that hour meter on, and we'll come back in a little bit. Guys, before I get to putting the oil in and getting the hour meter on and all that, I also wanted to show you real quick. I just took this panel off here, just 2 Phillips screws on either side. And although I think they're supposed to be captive, this one actually came out, and then I had to kind of screw it back into the plastic. So do keep that in mind. If you're going to be doing service in the field at all, be very careful, because these screws are not that captive. I think they're designed to be, but really the only thing that holds them in is a little ridge of plastic. So, you know, mine already came out from the factory, so just keep that in mind. And then also it's just got plastic pull pop connectors here, as you can see. So basically those just pop into a little rubber grommet, and so you can tug on those. Just when you're pulling on them, just pull right where the plastic pegs are. Don't pull too far away, because you don't want to stress the plastic. So there's 3 of them, you know, one there, and one there. With that off, we can go ahead and see where the oil fill is, and I actually thought this was pretty neat. Now, although it sucks that you have to pull the panel off to get to the oil fill, you can see there they've actually designed something pretty neat, which is, instead of having a sort of ridge come out here and then, you know, you can pour it there, they've just got a little funnel, a channel to the bottom. Like you can see, it's open. You can see my foam mat underneath. And so what that means is, when you're changing the oil, if you want to empty this oil into a catch pan, all you got to do is undo that drain plug, if you want to call it, drain plug slash dipstick slash whatever. Once you unscrew that, you just tip it, like you just tip it over. Here, I'm gonna hold my flashlight and my camera, and there you go. And then you can just drain the oil into whatever catch pan, you know, you want to use. And so I thought that was pretty nice. And also it means that if you get any leakage, chances are it's going to spill down, so you'll be able to catch that pretty easy, and it won't go all inside the case of the generator. Now this whole entire thing on the inside, as you can see, is lined with foam. But, you know, it's not going to be the highest quality sound deadening foam for sure. And so if this generator is not to my liking in terms of quietness, I'm going to show you guys a really neat way of deadening the sound from the inside. Because a lot of times, if you look up on YouTube, you know, generator sound deadening, you will find 0 videos that show you how to deaden the inside of a generator. And you'll find like 50 on how to build a baffle box. Well, the thing is, with an air-cooled engine, you really don't want to put it in a box without ventilation. And then you got to design a ventilation fan and all that. Hey, man, you don't want to do that. You just want the generator to be quieter, so you can use it even quieter just by itself without anything else. So I'm going to show you that as well, if this generator is not as quiet as I want it to be. But from what I've read, this thing is pretty damn quiet. So let me go ahead and get the oil in there, and then we'll move on to the next stage. Alrighty guys, so I was about to put the oil in, and then I realized this uses some very strange type of oil for a generator. Most generators are going to run you with like a 10W30 or something like that, which is what I bought. But this is using a much heavier weight oil, as you can see, 15W40. So I'm going to do a little research and see if maybe, you know, it can run a lighter oil, but if this is what it's requiring or it's recommending, then, you know, I'll go ahead and go out and buy some of this. Alrighty guys, so I just spoke with a representative from Amico, and because I was a little confused by the fact that the Amazon page said 10W30, but when you open up the manual here, you'll see it says 15W40. So I was a little confused. I want to make sure I use the right weight oil. So she said that, you know, they'd moved over to, and she recommended that I use 15W40, which was a little annoying since I didn't have any on hand, so I had to drive out and get some. But I guess I am happier with that in the sense that, you know, 15W40 is a thicker oil. So it's going to be slightly better at lubricating stuff. And, you know, while it might slightly decrease gas mileage or, you know, gas efficiency, because, you know, a little bit more rotating resistance, it is going to lubricate things much better and hopefully, you know, prolong this engine's life. So I can't really complain. And, you know, even though it is a little pricier and it doesn't come in small bottles, you know, this will last me for a whole year's worth of service. So I'm okay with that. But I'm going to go ahead and get the oil in the engine, and then we'll go ahead and get some gas in and try and fire it up for the first time. Okay guys, so got it oiled up and got a full tank of gas in there. And you know, it's not that much heavier, even wet. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the engine switch. I'm going to turn the fuel valve off for now, and I'm going to keep it on off, and we're just going to pull it a couple times just to prime the oil, get some oil up inside the engine. Okay, and now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and bring it to the backyard, and then we'll go ahead and try and start it up. Alrighty guys, so we're going to try the first start. Make sure Eco's off, make sure it's on, make sure my fuel is on, choke is on. Give it a shot. Well, there it is, guys. The first start ever. I'm gonna leave her to run on full throttle for a while, and then I'll kick her down to Eco. I'm not going to be doing any loads in this video just because it's a new engine and I've got to let it warm up, and then I'm going to go through my braking procedure. But in the following video, I'll be doing my review in about a week, and I'll have had time to use it and put loads on it and get it fully broken in and done the first oil change. And by then I should be able to give you my full take on it. It would be premature for me to give you my opinion of it now. So far so good, but hey, I just started it for the first time. I'm gonna also put in some sound readings right here, and just, you know, I can't give you a whole lot of information, but I can tell you this: it is really quiet compared to my other generator. That is, it is quite quiet. And we're in my backyard here, and we've got, as you can see, I've got a fence and a concrete deck area here. It's, even with all those reflective surfaces, it's still really quiet. And this is also full throttle. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds, and then I'll go ahead and kick it down to Eco throttle. And I'll give you a walk around while I'm letting it warm up. This is in full throttle, by the way. Gauge there. I mean, I'm getting real close to it, and it is very, very low noise. I am really impressed with this thing. You know, I might still add deadening to it, but even as it is, it's very, very quiet. Wow. And you guys also have to keep in mind, I paid $350 for this thing. At $350, I feel like I stole this thing, to be honest with you. Wow. Well, I'll open up this right here. You can hear a little more noise coming out. But the enclosure really does help quiet the thing a lot. Okay, I think it's warm enough. It is summer after all, and it's decently warm. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Eco throttle. We'll see how quiet it is. Wow, guys. I mean, I have sensitive hearing. I'll put my ear right up to that case. Nope, not even the slightest amount of discomfort. I mean, this thing is so quiet. This is something that I would actually feel comfortable running on my front porch. If there was a power failure, I wouldn't even have to bring it back here. That's how quiet it is. Guys, I am really impressed. I will leave the link in the description for this generator, but if you want to wait and see my full review, that'll be coming in a week. But if you want to go check it out on Amazon, I think the price already went up by like 20 bucks, but still, even at $380 or whatever, it's still a steal. So I'll leave the link in the description, and thanks for watching, guys. This has been my unboxing of the Amico Power AIG2000 inverter generator. But I'm going to go ahead and break this thing in and then do my first oil change and use it for a little while, and then I give you my full thoughts. Like if you like the video, give me some comments below, and if you want to see that review in a week, hit subscribe. I almost forgot to add here that I put on the hour meter. I almost forgot about it, but before I started doing the break-in, I wanted to put this in, so I just finished putting this in. All I did was cut out the lid here, and then I've got it wrapped around my spark plug wire there, and then I tucked away the extra cordage there for a nice clean install. And then of course I just screwed it into the plastic body. Real soft plastic, so the self tappers work just fine for that. So now I'm gonna go break it in.